All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, excited to be here.
Yeah, today we are tackling something I know a lot of our listeners are really curious about. We got a ton of requests actually to cover this. So we're diving into the world of crypto and Web3.
It's been a wild west out there, right?
Totally. And, you shared some stories, some listener experiences that were pretty eye-opening.
Oh yeah, some of those scam stories.
Yeah. So how do we navigate this whole thing? How do we make sure that we can kind of enjoy the potential of crypto and Web3?
Right, and not get caught in one of those traps.
Exactly. So that is our mission for today's deep dive.
Sounds good. Let's dive in.
So one of the things that really stuck out to me from what you sent over was this whole idea of the recovery phrase scam.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
So for people who are maybe, a little bit new to this world,
Yeah.
can we break that down? Like what exactly is going on there?
Sure. So think of your crypto wallet like a bank vault, right?
Okay, makes sense.
Your recovery phrase is like the master key to that vault.
Yeah.
Usually it's a string of 12 to 24 words that if you lose them, you lose access to everything in your wallet.
Wow.
And scammers know this, so they'll create these scenarios where they pretend to need help accessing their own funds.
Right.
They might even ask you to input a phrase they give you, claiming it's theirs just to help them out.
Oh, wow. So you're actually like giving them the keys to the kingdom, basically.
Exactly, and they make off with your crypto and you're left with nothing.
Yikes. Okay, so that really highlights this idea of decentralization, which is, kind of like at the heart of Web3.
Yeah, that's the double-edged sword of crypto.
So explain what you mean by that.
So decentralization means there's no central authority controlling your assets, like a bank would,
Right?
which gives you a lot of freedom and control, but it also means you're responsible for your own security.
Like you are your own bank.
Exactly. And as we saw with that recovery phrase scam, if you're not careful, it can be very easy to fall victim to these kinds of attacks.
And, this is something the source material really highlighted how, new users especially can be very vulnerable to phishing and scams because it's all so new and...
It's like navigating a brand new city with a map in a language you don't understand.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's exciting, but also, you're probably going to make some wrong turns.
And probably run into some trouble along the way.
Exactly. And that's where the complexity of some of these Web3 platforms comes in, right? Because the source material talked about how UI UX can be a real barrier.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine trying to manage your finances on a website that looks like it was designed by a team of engineers who've never actually met a normal person.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's that map in a foreign language.
Exactly. And that makes it even easier for scammers to take advantage of people because they're already confused and overwhelmed.
So, okay, let's talk solutions.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what people can actually do to protect themselves. So the source mentioned hardware wallets.
Right. A hardware wallet is basically a physical device that stores your private keys offline.
So it's like a little extra layer of security.
Exactly. It's like having a safe for your safe.
I like that analogy. Okay, so hardware wallets got it. And
Yeah.
of course we talked about, guarding that recovery phrase like it's the crown jewels.
Yeah, seriously, never share that with anyone.
But what else can people do? Like, are there any other kind of practical tips that we can offer?
Well, the source also talked about the importance of just being really critical and doing your research. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Right, like those messages promising, crazy returns overnight.
Exactly, or any website that looks a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, trust your gut on that one.
Definitely, and take the time to educate yourself about the risks and how to protect yourself. There are tons of great resources available online.
Yeah, knowledge is power in this world for sure. So we've talked about the risks, we've talked about some solutions, but reading through all this stuff, it really made me think like, if making Web3 more user-friendly is so important for its future, how do we actually do that without compromising on security?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels like kind of a tricky balance to strike.
It definitely is. I think it's going to require a lot of collaboration from developers, entrepreneurs, the whole Web3 community.
Yeah, to find that sweet spot where it's accessible but also secure.
Exactly, because ultimately we want everyone to be able to benefit from this technology.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's a great place to leave it for today. So much to think about.
Yeah, a lot of exciting potential, but definitely proceed with caution.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So thank you all for joining us on this deep dive into the world of crypto and Web3.
Stay safe out there.
We will catch you on the next one. Keep learning, keep exploring, and as always, stay curious.
See you next time.